Hey, welcome back to Hannah Egan's CraftE. This is a reminder of the dining room. Make sure you watch part one if you want to see what I started off doing. And this is just two angles of how my dining room looked before my renovations. Now this is where I'm at the present for part two. And the dining room chairs, the last thing you saw was me outside staining them, and so now I brought them inside to put a top coat. I do have all the windows open because I am using a pretty strong brand, Hellsman. It's usually something that you use for outside, for like decks and just maybe outside wood furniture, but I really wanted to have a really nice seal on my dining room furniture, so I'm using it inside. And I'm not doing all the chairs right now because the stuff is too strong. My mask broke and I just went ahead and did it anyway. So I just decided just to do two chairs for now. And so I took a breather, went outside, and I got the actual tabletop on the ground and started to sand it down. I figured it'd be pretty easy because it's just plain flat wood that's not any curves or anything in it. I did know that it's not 100% wood, but it is wood, mostly wood. So I just had to be careful, and I have a lighter grit sander. I think I'm working with 120 and just kind of clean up the whole top. It's like an orangey look, so of course I gotta get all that sanded bare so I can give it like a totally different look. Okay, the top wasn't that hard to do, but now you see the sides. I have this black lacquer on the sides, and I gotta clean all of that up because I want my table to be all plain wood. I'm going for this farmhouse kind of look for the table, and so I just want my table to not have any stain whatsoever on it. So if you saw in the other one, I was working with the legs in the garage for a little bit, but I really didn't get much done. I was usually working with like one or two legs just to kind of test out and see what was wood, what was not wood. And when I originally was sanding it, I felt like this was solid wood, but it's not. Um, Me working here with the sander in between the curves, is when I made a couple of errors and I saw exactly what was underneath. But I didn't have those sanders. It's more like almost like a sponge sander that you see people with. A lot of the pros use it, but that thing is hundreds of dollars. I think I saw it for at least $500. I looked like a year and a half ago, and I was like, whoa, can't do it. Can't do $500 for a sander yet. um, so I had to just use my sander. I have this one and I have another one that I go back and forth with. And you see the marks that let me know that they're not 100% wood. And so I still managed to get them clean and try to keep my spirits up. And I got I got the stain in driftwood. This is water-based and it looks so mucky and green at first. But this is the stuff that it just looks good. Um, I did like how the legs look and how the chairs turn out. But I would tell you, I know I'm talking too much in the future, but the tabletop wasn't impressive to me. But this is the color I was trying to get. I was trying to get like just a plain brown wood kind of look that had no oranginess to it, no redness to it. And that's what driftwood is. And this is your first time checking me out, please hit the subscribe button so you can see more of my projects, more things that I'm just doing for the first time almost. I know I may look awkward a little bit doing some of these projects, but it's just that, I want to be able to do as much as I can by myself and not have to pay anybody. So this is just me getting it done. Each leg came with like a screw. I would say more like a nut. It came with a nut, two nuts, and I would say a flat, I forgot what you call those. But it helped keep it in place. And so when I took the legs from the person, they already had it taken apart. So I had to put them back on so I can lift it up high. I have a 400 grit. And so now I'm just trying to smooth out the table so it can just be soft and adhere to the stain that I'm about to put on there. You see the legs are already stained, so all I need to do is stain the actual table. And so it's a little bit windy, but not that much. And then the sun is out. So my mistake was doing, I think, too much of the table at a time. But a lot of times the stuff is just kind of dripping, so you just kind of just added more different places. But I probably should have just did one small section and kept going because it kept drying hard. Or I should have maybe used a wet rag to wipe it off. It was just drying exactly how I was applying it. And it kind of, yeah, this is what I ended up with. And then I start sanding the parts that thought I could fix. But the problem with that is this table is not 100% wood. So I'm like, if I try to turn around and sand it down again, I could ruin what I already have. And so I had to stop and just stain the parts again and let it go. So I went back inside because, like I said, I did 2 chairs and I had to do 2 more. While the windows was up, the other 2 got dry. And so now I'm going to do the last 2 chairs while the table stain is out drying. Yes, it's strong. Okay, next day I got the table inside now. And now I'm just working on the table as the last part of this process. I did work on the walls separately. I did not do a tutorial for what I put on the other wall, but I did do a tutorial for the slat wall that you see on the other side, and that's separately. I listed separately. And this is the ad for the table I got to remind you what that looked like. And then this is also a reminder of what it looked like in the dining room before I started my renovations back in April this is what it looked like. And this is my dining room currently, which I am enjoying. I haven't ever had a rectangle table, so I was happy for that. And of course, this gives you the other angle. And I got lots of photos and different things on the wall that I liked. And then the table, it's cute, it's quaint. So I hope you like it. Thanks for watching.